Welcome! If you're thrown off by Joann's closing and don't know where to get fabric now, then today's video is for you. In this video, I'm doing a deeper dive into in-store options, providing more info on what's available, the quality, the pricing, and other questions that have arisen. And stick around to the end because I have a list of local fabric store options for you that may be more beneficial depending on where you're located. Now, if you haven't seen last week's video, which provides an overview of a bunch of different in-store and online fabric shopping options, then you may want to check out that first. I'll link it here. Hi, I'm Victoria, a self-taught sewist with over a decade of experience, and on this channel, I guide beginner sewists in creating practical, adventure-ready items, sharing essential tips, techniques, and tools to help make your sewing journey both enjoyable and rewarding. Just a quick note before we dive in. This video is focused on the fabric itself, what's available, the quality, and the pricing. It's not about the business practices or values of a particular company. Everyone has their own reasons for where they choose to shop, and this is a factual look at what each store offers so you can make the best decision for yourself. Also, just another note, of course, you get what you pay for. That's definitely true, but there are also budget constraints for many people. So just keep that in mind as you listen to the various options. So the first store on our list is Michaels. Michaels appears to be expanding their fabric collection. They've added an entire aisle of bolt fabrics in my store, and I've heard many people say the same for theirs. Back quarters are also available, and their sewing supplies is expanding. Prices are generally considered affordable. Pricing per yard depends on the specific fabric type and design, but you can expect something between maybe $3.99 to $5.99 per yard. Now, the next place on our list is Walmart. First, you should know that the selection of fabric depends on the store and location, as well as the surrounding market. In my hometown, where there was little else to shop, the fabric and craft selection was very extensive and very exciting. Here, where I live now, it's much more limited because there are alternative options around. So just keep in mind that the extent of their fabric collection will largely depend on where you are located. Walmart is a great option for affordable fabrics, especially as a beginner. I can understand not wanting to spend a lot of money on fabric when you're practicing or may not know if you actually want to stick with sewing. Walmart has a lot of fat quarters. It also has a lot of pre-cut 1 or 2 yard options. They also have remnants available. They also have home decor and fleece fabrics in a larger quantity of yardage. Unfortunately, while they used to have a decent selection of bolt fabrics, they appear to be getting rid of most of their bolts in many locations. Next is the Dollar Tree. Now, I know you may have strong feelings about this one, or it surprises you, but it is a really great option, especially if you're a beginner. Just like with Walmart, if you're looking for some practice fabric and you don't want to spend a lot of money, especially if you're not sure if you're going to stick with sewing or you don't want to waste good quality fabric that costs a lot of money while you're just figuring out how to do this thing, then the fabric available at the Dollar Tree is a really great option. You can get back quarters, which is 18 by 21 inches, for $1.25. They also have these packages of 2-inch by 36-inch strips, which I can see being really useful for some edging or possibly bias tape if it ends up being stretchy. That I'm not sure about. Some people have said that the fabric from the Dollar Tree is difficult to work with, but personally I haven't had any problems. But of course, as I previously mentioned, you do get what you pay for, so I wouldn't recommend this if you're looking at doing a really advanced project, but it is great for practice and it's great for people who have a budget to keep to. Now, the next one on our list is Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby has a very solid fabric collection. In most stores, they have an entire corner of the store dedicated to their fabric collection. With the exception of local fabric stores, I think Hobby Lobby probably has the largest selection of fabric compared to Joann's. At Hobby Lobby, the cost of fabric varies greatly depending on the fabric type and design. This can be anywhere from $3.99 per yard to $14.99 per yard, but they often have sales. The majority of their fabric is in fabric bolts, but they also have fat quarters and pre-cut bundles. They have batting, interfacing, and licensed fabrics, as well as an extensive collection of both solids and prints. Fabric types include cotton, velvet, fleece, canvas, leather, and vinyl. Short of your local fabric stores, Hobby Lobby seems like a good alternative for browsing decent quality fabrics in a variety of locations. Last on our list is Fabric Hut, and this is probably my favorite. It's definitely a very exciting store. While its sole physical location is in Norfolk, Virginia, it is nationally renowned, and they have an online presence as well. They have an extensive collection of fabric, a wall-to-wall collection of fabric bolts, as well as fat quarters, pre-cut bundles of varying sizes, as well as charm packs at 5 by 5 inches roughly, layer cakes at 10 by 10 inches, and jelly rolls, those 2.5 inch wide strips for beginners. They have a vast selection of solids, prints, sequins, lace, vinyl, leather, and other specialty fabrics. You can find anything you want there. And of course, they also have all the essentials in terms of batting, interfacing, etc. The pricing ranges from very affordable to moderate depending on the fabric. They do have an entire section of a wall dedicated to fabrics that are under $5 per yard. They also have an extensive selection of sewing supplies. So if you're located in Hampton Roads or anywhere near Norfolk, Virginia, the Fabric Hut is a wonderful place to check out. It's the perfect store to satisfy that browsing experience that you probably used to get at Joann's. Additionally, staff is extremely friendly and very helpful, so definitely check them out. And if you can't visit their physical location, you can visit them online at fabrichut.com. So before we wrap up today, I wanted to give a few local store shout outs. These are probably going to be your best option because they're going to have probably a more extensive fabric selection. It's always great to support local businesses anyway. Plus, it's a great place to really get that, that ability to browse, to really just take your time looking around, which is something you don't necessarily get online. Now, I haven't been able to check out all these locations because they're located in various places across the United States, and I obviously can't travel to them all, but you guys have been really helpful in mentioning these in the comments, and so I wanted to list them here in case you're near one of these locations and want to check them out. Now I'm going to actually read this list because there are too many and I can't remember them all. So there is Fabric Mart and Cali Fabrics, which I assume is in California. There's a place called Britex Fabrics in San Francisco. According to Beverly, they have trims, buttons, and so much fabric. There's also Quilted Twins in Dale City, Florida. Apparently, it also has a huge selection of fabric. There's Nancy's Notions and Missouri Star Quilt Company. Z Fabrics in Portland, Maine. The Fabric Warehouse in Auburn, Maine. Rooster Creek in Missouri. Fishman's Fabric Store in Chicago, Vogue in Evanston, Illinois, Auburn Fabric Outlet in Auburn, Massachusetts, someplace called Ben Franklin in Missouri. There's also Hancock's of Paducah and Fabric Place Basement in Nantucket, Massachusetts. And hopefully I didn't pronounce any of those wrong, but you get the idea. Well, that's the complete list of in-store options that I'm aware of at this point. Hopefully you'll be able to find a good local option because that's probably going to be the most exciting and the most feasible. Now, many of you have expressed that it'd be really great to have a list, and so I would like to put that together in the next coming weeks. I am going on vacation, so I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to get it to you, but I will try to put together a complete list for you of all the in-store and online options, including mentioning some notable local locations. And as always, if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'll be coming out with a video in the next couple of weeks, diving into the mood fabric shopping experience, as well as a more in-depth dive into various online fabric shopping options. Now let me know in the comments, what do you think think will be your go-to store for fabric shopping, given that Joann's is no longer an option? Do you want to stick to an in-store shopping experience, or do you want to check out different options online? Also, I really appreciated everyone sharing their local fabric stores. Please continue to do that in the comments below so that we can all find the best local options to get quality fabric. It really helps the group, so thank you so much for that. I'll see you next time. Bye. Now, please. Now, let me. This is really terrible. Last video, which provides an overview of. What does it provide an overview of? Well,